How are you? My name is Michelle Connor and I'm your VCS for Living Environment. Today we're going to be looking at the how to make proteins or how do cells make proteins lab. So if you go down to the independent work in Unit 6, Day 12 from the Teach Hub lessons, you'll see the Concord Consortium, how do cells make proteins. So this is what we're looking at. When you click this, you can open it. Now this is supposed to take about 45 minutes, give or take, all the way through. And you'll notice a preview. If you don't have an account, you could still use it. The kids could still use it. Or if you do have a free account, you're able to assign it. So if you go into preview, you'll be able to do everything that you can do here. So you'll notice it's broken down into 5 different parts. So you have proteins in the cell, transcription, translation, protein folding, and when mistakes happen. So if you click begin the activity, you'll start at the beginning, obviously. There's some information, and you navigate through the different modules up top. So you'll notice there's actually some built-in questions, and there's some fun activities that are here. I like to open the activity all the way because it's really small. If you do this, if you click the full screen version, so much easier to see. So you'll notice that if you are in the full screen version, it starts, this confused me. So if you go to prepare for transcription, it opens up the DNA strand. It starts here on the bottom strand. So when it says click on the button representing the complementary RNA nucleotide, you want to make sure that you're starting at this section. So it's this T. So then when you click the matching one, A will go with U, C will go with G. I got stuck at first because I was trying to get a C to go with this G and it wasn't working. So I just started clicking all the letters until I realized that this lock symbol starts here and it starts on the bottom. If they want to reset it, they can reset it, but this goes for a very long time. They can keep clicking and practicing, and you'll see it just kind of add on. They could also reset it and start over. So it's a cool visual. You'll get to see it open as well as adding the letters. And then there's some questions built in. The next module talks about making proteins. So again, this has some information. That's what I like about these labs is there's some information, an activity or a simulation, and then the actual questions that are also built in. So again, you can make this bigger. I like to make this bigger, but you'll notice if you click translate, this one's less of a activity and more of a simulation, just visual. So you'll notice it reads the RNA and it'll attach the correct amino acid to form a protein. And you'll notice how it kind of goes across. And then there's some questions that are built in there. They can stop it. They could reset it. And then if they wanted to see the first one kind of happen slow or step by step, if they click the step by step, it'll go slow and they can kind of see what happens at their own pace. The fourth one is how do cells make proteins. So this one, sorry. So this is protein folding. This one's a little tricky. This is something you can kind of do or cut out, but I think it's kind of interesting for the kids to see. So this is kind of an experiment. It allows the kids to work on different factors that could affect proteins. So they can change, they could change charge. They could put it in different solvents, so vacuum, oil, and water. And it generates a random protein every time you click generate a random protein. And then when you hit play, you'll see what happens to the protein in that particular scenario. So if we put it in water, it begins to move in a different way. Put it in a vacuum. If we change the charge, we could see the difference. Now you don't have to stop it. You'll notice you don't have to stop it to see the changes. And you can change a bunch of different things about this one. Again, there's questions built in. And then finally, this is a mutation one. And what this does is it allows the students to make edits to the DNA. So if we change, let's just say we add in a couple extra T's here. You'll notice all the T's I added are added right in my strand. So what it does is it shows the DNA, it can transcribe it, translate it, and then it also shows the protein that's made from it. So they'll see if we change, we go edit DNA again, we can change some more things, show the protein, and you'll notice a different protein here. So this one's really cool. You can walk them through each step to kind of see where the difference, like where the change actually starts. And then you could actually show them the major difference as a whole. So when you change one letter, you end up usually changing the entire protein. And again, there's questions built in here. There's also questions built into the Teach Hub lesson. So as they go through it, you'll see the questions here. If you want to have them answer them here, that's also a way to do it. There is a generate a report button once they're finished with the activities, and they can generate the report that they did and allow, right here, the teacher to get their answers. So you'll notice I didn't really answer any of the questions as I was going through it, so you won't be able to see my answers here. But when they type in, their answers will be there. And then they can share it or print it. So they can copy and paste this link into an email, into their Google Classroom lesson, into the comment features, and you'll be able to see their work there. Or you can have the students answer the questions in the slides. Totally up to you.